Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am General Lotz, and today we're giving you what you want. We got Heretic+Hexen. Unfortunately, for some reason, it's not showing up. Oh, noes. Joining me, of course, is the great medic. Here we go.
Done. Yeah, generally, it's live.
There we go. God. Don't you just love it when the tech stops working? Alright, so, Heretic+Hexen. This is the first time we've had a proper remastering of either one of these games in the 30 years since they came out. Heretic never even had a console port. So it's been stuck on PC, or the RISC operating system, since literally '94. Hexen had a port for the PlayStation 1, which wasn't very good, but it did have cutscenes in it. I will give you that, Medic. The PlayStation did have full motion video. N64 is better, though. And, of course, we got two new episodes, and they're both pretty good. They're both pretty alright. We'll start with some Heretic. I really, really love Heretic. It's one of my favorite FPSs from this time period. This is the first experience I ever had with fantasy in general. Like, I never actually read any fantasy literature until way after this game had come out, and you know, I never even really liked Harry Potter, which really isn't fantasy.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, did you ever read Harry Potter? I think you would have been too old for that when it came out.
I was way too old for that.
Yeah, because that was like 96, 97, something like that. But
you don't want to know what I was already doing back then.
Oh my. Yeah, just hope it had nothing to do with lotion and socks.
Oh heavens no. I graduated by that point.
Okay, good. But yeah, Harry Potter was never my thing. I read like the first few books. It's actually kind of funny. Harry Potter was so big back then that I got that book, the first book, Harry Potter and Robert Stone, twice. Like I think it was my grandparents gave me a copy, and then one of my aunts gave me a copy, and it's like, all right, we get it. Harry Potter's popular. But he just never did it for me, and I never read Lord of the Rings. Still haven't. It's just kind of boring to me, to be honest. I mean, hobbits and shit, you know, it's just not, it's not really for me. I'm gonna get burnt at the stake for that one. I didn't even like the movies, and I went to see the first two in theaters, and man, they bored me to tears. I just don't get it, man. Wait, is like Frodo like dating Samwise or something? Oh man, you can get burned at the stake for that. Let's see, reading Neuromancer. That's a damn fine book. If you're just getting into reading, I'm not sure I'd recommend that one, because it's kind of hard to, you know, read, because it's really, really esoteric, but it's still a good book to read. You got a spin-off for you. It could be a series of General Lotz does skydiving. That'd be kind of neat. I did those outdoor adventures, but I just haven't really had a chance to go outdoors, and when I do, it's like, do I really want to have to do work, or do I just want to, you know, enjoy the time?
Hello, Najee. I saw your greeting in the chat, by the way. I wasn't ignoring you.
And yeah, I did see the Duke Nukem 1 and 2 remasters are on the Evercade. Yeah, that's going to get forgotten pretty fast. Hopefully somebody can allow us to emulate the Evercade at some point. We're going to emulate games emulating other games. I mean, why not? Why not? Bag of holding, you know, that's the D&D. Go on.
I saw that the Gamecom has an emulator.
I'm not surprised.
Was there anything worth emulating on that console?
Not that I'm aware of. I know there's a Duke Nukem game, but I don't think it's any good. At least I'd be very surprised if it was.
I mean, a turd is still a turd, whether it's, you know, hardware specific or emulated, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, the Gamecom is one of the biggest failures of all time, second only to like the Ouya. Heretic is a unique game series.
That one that was supposed to be a GPS, and it was like the Gizmondo, maybe?
Yeah, that's what put Lazy Game Reviewer on the map. Yeah, the Gizmondo, which was funded by the Mafia.
Yeah, that's right. Took the words right out of my mouth, but it's okay.
The only like crappy console from that era I thought about wanting was like the N-Gage, but I never had that. I just had the Game Boy Advance SP.
I had a friend that had it, and the way they showed it operating, it was never that smooth.
I'm not surprised, because it's a mobile phone game console that just, yeah, it's easy to see why it failed. Oh my god, we got some remastering! We didn't have wooden platforms, or wooden beams. It was just all freestanding, man. And yeah, Heretic and Hexen are not RPGs, but you would think they would be. But I'm kind of glad they're not, because like, it's much easier to get into these games, since you don't have to worry about like esoteric rules. Because like in 94, you know, like, young General Lotz would not have wanted to have to worry about, like, max solo XPs and such. Valador Birth of the Imperium, very, very good novel. Very good bit of a prequel. I'd like to see more from that era. It shows that the Imperium, not that great. Shows that authoritarianism, not that great. Which is something that Twitter needs to learn.
Real quick, going back to, like, the handhelds. I'll tell you a console that I absolutely adored, and I am really sad technically never succeeded, was the PSP.
Oh, I love that thing. I had that for a long time.
It was great.
Never
It
could
was a
jailbreak it,
PS2
though.
on the go, and you could watch movies on it, and you had a web browser.
Yeah, I mean, I had Aliens on there, of course. Compressed to hell. Like, my god, it was compressed bad. But I had it. And none of the games on it were that great, though. They just weren't that amazing. Although I will say that Battlefront 2 was at least playable.
I had so many fun LAN parties with, like, friends playing, like, GTA Online at, like, diners and restaurants.
Hmm.
You just hear somebody yell across the diner, "Who the fuck shot me?"
But yeah, I never had friends that I played with until like way after that was obsolete.
Oh, I'm sorry. I would have
Like,
played with you.
Talking to humans, what's that? That's the thing, like, until the internet, I just thought everybody was an asshole, so. And according to Silverwings, apparently Resident Evil 2 on the Gamecom is adequate, so I guess as bad as that system was, it had at least one good game on it. I mean, that's a strange thing.
You know what? I don't want him to think that I'm trashing what he said about it, but while it is playable, I use that term very loosely. No music, black and white. The Tiger handheld is the closest thing I can think.
Yeah, those things are the biggest ripoff of all time. I mean, there were things that you gave the kids to play for like 5 minutes. I had a Millennium
Every grandparent bought their grandchildren them thinking that they were more fun than they really were.
Yeah, I had the Millennium
And
Falcon
they never
one.
were.
And no, yeah, they weren't. They were complete trash. Like the Millennium Falcon one, it was the worst thing I'd ever played. And you know what? If you were unlucky enough to have one and you didn't have like something real like a Game Boy, which I didn't get a Game Boy until I think like 98, I want to say. I got a Game Boy Color, a teal one. I still have it. It's like if you don't have it, if you don't have one of those, it's like it's better than nothing, but only just.
I had an Area 51. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Somebody says here that Heretic 2 is underrated as hell. I mean, I gotta play that one day. I have it sitting on the hard drive. It's on my abandonware.
I had an Area 51 Tiger handheld. It cost $50, which was the price of a retail game back then, and it came with its own peripheral laser gun. So I'm like, all right, $50 plus a actual light gun. This has to be good, right? No.
Yep. Right?
It was
wrong.
Yeah. Yes, very, very wrong.
That's just sad. And back then, there was no way to know. You just had to buy it and hope it worked.
The graphics that went on the sides of the actual console itself were better than what was actually displayed in game.
Oh, that's just sad. And
yes, I know APGN did a whole episode on them. But if you grew up in the 80s or 90s, you were cursed with Tiger.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of those things. The chillins just don't get how good it is. It's like $20 gets you a Chinese clone console with like all the NES games, and that is infinitely more playable than any Tiger trash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hopefully Night Dive will get around to Hexen and Hexen 2 and Heretic 2. Hexen 2 really needs the most. I've actually played that one. That one needs the most updating just because it's really hard to figure out where to go. When we get to Hexen later in the stream, you'll see how much they were able to fix a lot of the problems that plagued Hexen. There's one thing in particular in Hexen where they hide a switch behind a suit of armor. They move the suit of armor in this remaster. There's a multiplayer Metroid game. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, there is a Metroid game on the Nintendo DS. It's actually a first-person shooter kind of thing. It's basically Metroid Prime, but DS. I tried that. It didn't really do anything for me. Fizzle with resolution. Yeah, I think that's probably where I got my copy of Heretic 2, because it's got like a Windows 7 patch and everything on it. So just haven't had a chance to get around to play it. There's too much adulting these days, right? Witch Haven 1 and 2? I've never even heard of Witch Haven 1 and 2.
Yeah, I got a interesting, funny story for you real quick off topic.
Go for it.
All right, I might have to give some backstory for those in chat. But last Monday in my home city, there was an explosion at a steel mill. Killed 2 people. A lot of people went missing. Dozens were injured. It was a bad time. And I'm downtown earlier yesterday, and there's a woman, a strong woman of color, holding a sandwich board that said, "God destroyed your steel mill because of your supremacy."
What?
And I was like, does she not realize that black men and women work at the steel plant too?
Evidently not. Man, I didn't know that y'all had an infusion of Wokies there.
Every major city is always blue.
See, I'll tell you
the
this.
surrounding areas are always red.
The thing I love about Houston is there's no way you could do that. I mean, if you ever visit Houston, you'll see really quick that nobody could get out of their cars to do that, because you'll get run over if you try that. Because there's no place to stand to say stupid shit like that. Unless it's like a parking lot that nobody pays any attention.
I watch a lot of these videos on YouTube about judges giving people sentences that are repeat offenders. And these are all base judges. And they're all from Texas.
Nice. Thank you, Izmir, for that.
All of them.
Because there's some places in Texas that ain't so great about that. Austin! But
like
yeah.
when Hank had to go to Dallas and he had to lock his doors.
Yeah, Dallas is supposed to be the worst. Dallas is kind of like known around the world as like being really bad. Even Stephen King hated it, which means I should probably like it a little bit, but whatever. I went to Dallas a few years ago and I didn't think it was that bad. Went to the medieval times, appropriately enough for this game. And that was actually pretty fun, so I don't know. Maybe I went to like the good part of town and not the, shall we say, difficult part.
Silver Wings Die Hard with a Vengeance is my all-time favorite Die Hard.
Yep, second on that one. It was
the
much
first
better.
one is definitely a classic, but the third will always be my favorite.
Yeah, because the reason why the third one is so much better, and it's not that much different. You know, I can't remember the name of the character, but the cop. I know his name's not Carl Winslow, but Carl Winslow, he doesn't really get to interact that much with John McClane because they're stuck on the phone. Whereas Samuel L. Jackson, Zeus, is actually right there, always kind of playing off of him, and it's a really cool dynamic.
Did I ever tell you about the deleted alternate ending?
Yeah, you mentioned that the other day. I'd actually forgotten about that because I thought like it had like a really dark ending, or like John McClane died or something.
It wasn't that he died. He was in the alternate ending. They blamed him because Fonz got away with the gold, and they blamed him for being a co-conspirator, and he lost his job and his pension. But he tracked him down to a bar in Europe, and he kills him years later. But on a bonus note, Zeus's kids make honor roll, so there's that.
Well, I mean, I guess that's good. I mean, it's not like that's gonna matter like after a year, but cool. I mean, it's not like that's gonna matter after they graduate and no one ever thinks about it again. But I guess it's something. It's one of those things like school. Pfft. It's important, I guess, for a little while, but like eventually no one cares.
Right.
I mean, you got all those people that are like, they go nuts about like the high schools and shit. It's like, oh my god, people. When you're 30, you're not even going to remember what the name of your high school even was. Although I say that, and literally today when I was working on a video, I dug out my old Letterman's jacket when I was trying to find a costume shirt. Like, class of 2007.
Oh, sorry. I just read something in chat, and then somebody immediately typed exactly what I thought. You got scolded for politics.
I didn't say it was your fault. We're gonna blame
We're
Triple
talking
X.
about Die Hard.
Die Hard's political. I mean, wait. This is my first time.
What just happened?
I don't know. No one remember what happened to Die Hard 2 yet, because no one liked it.
The only thing I remember about Die Hard 2 was it had a young Robert Patrick before he was famous, and that infamous scene where they chuck grenades into the cockpit of that C-130, and they take 5 minutes to explode.
See, that's political. We're gonna blame you for that.
Why? Because the grenades were black?
Exactly. Good job.
You trying to say that all grenades are gonna just kill? Some grenades are for training, you know.
Exactly. Wait. Let's see. I like Heretic a little more than Doom, like vanilla Doom, because Heretic has better levels in certain respects. I mean, like, once you get out of like Shores of Hell, Doom becomes overly difficult. At least for me, it is. An internet cafe playing Quaker Doom. That would be kind of neat in theory, but I don't know. I don't know.
Can I return real fast and I'll be done with the Die Hard thing?
Go for it. Go for it.
I still think Die Hard 3 has one of the greatest openings for any Die Hard film. With Summer in the City playing in the background as you watch like New York life unfold. That was so good.
Yeah, it was kind of like I think almost like a travelogue to a certain extent.
Come to New York, see the sights, the smells.
That reminds me, I watched a YouTube video where somebody did travel to New York from Massachusetts, and evidently it smells of weed smoke, so oops.
You're getting political. Stop it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. At least Houston doesn't smell like weed smoke. But then again, once again, you can't really get out of your car to like sniff, I guess, because like you just got to keep going.
I wish I could say the same for Pittsburgh, but we have a strong weed smell with a hint of meth.
No, That's the thing. It's like, do you want walkable cities or do you want drivable cities where no one can get out? If no one can get out, they can't smoke anything. Universe in harmony.
I don't want walkable cities. That's communism.
Exactly. Wait, no, it's political.
Real
See, we can blame
American
you again.
pride.
You'll have to pay the ultimate price. You'll have to watch 1 second of a Michael Moore documentary.
You cruel bastard.
Hey, you know what? The Constitution might say cruel and unusual punishment, but you know, I can't read. Wait.
You know, I actually did watch one of his documentaries.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was called, but it was about insurance.
I don't think I ever saw that one. I saw the one that everybody wanted to watch back in the 90s or 2000s or something like that. The bowling for Columbine, and like even at like age 20, I knew it was garbage. But anyway, we don't want to think about Jabba the Moor. Instead, fantasy. What was your first fantasy movie you ever saw?
My first fantasy movie?
Yeah.
You're gonna laugh your ass off. It's The Labyrinth.
I mean, that's actually not a bad movie. I'm not gonna laugh at that, because it's like that. I think, see, that's something I've been wanting to talk about for a while. It's that in the 80s there weren't any rules. In the 70s there weren't any rules. There wasn't gonna be like a Twitter war if you put something out that was weird. You know, there weren't gonna be people saying actually all over the place. So you could put out a weird ass thing like Labyrinth with like David Bowie acting all weird, you know. You could do that back then. That's what I like so much about 80s movies, is they had that freedom that like the internet would rip them apart. Just look at like what they did to poor Superman. Say like, oh, well, why did Superman do this or why did Superman do that? So I think Labyrinth's not a bad choice. I mean, my first ever fantasy movie, I think, was actually Lord of the Rings, and that was just kind of boring. It was a little too much, I think. A little too much. You know?
I honestly, you know, I want to say that it was definitely The Labyrinth, but I could be wrong, and Howard the Duck might have been my first.
I don't think that's really fantasy, though. When I think fantasy, it's got to be medieval or something like that. I mean, I get that Howard the Duck is a fantasy, but, you know, I was having this conversation with Chainsaw the other day of, like, what exactly is fantasy? And for me, it's got to be set in, like, a medieval time, you know, there's got to be, like, knights and shit. That's why I don't consider Conan really fantasy, and consider that Sword and Sandal, because it, like, predates, like, the Middle Ages. You know, it's like, what is fantasy, you know?
I remember watching Master of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren.
And, you know, that, I think, that's a weird thing right there. If it's kind of fantasy, more like science fantasy. There's a lot of edge cases right there, you know? Like Deathstalker. That's fantasy. Bad fantasy, but it's still fantasy.
My sister was obsessed with the Dark Crystal.
That's fantasy as well. My grandfather liked that. In fact, The Dark Crystal was the first DVD I ever watched. He got a DVD drive for his laptop. And that DVD drive, I saw the receipt for that a few years back. That DVD drive, if I'm not mistaken, was $500 in 1997. And
that makes sense in 97.
Yeah, well, that computer itself, he got it as a bonus at work and it was worth, and I saw the receipt for that, 10 grand. So, yeah.
Your grandpa was the fucking coolest dude.
He was indeed at that. I was very fortunate. But yeah, he loved the Dark Crystal. He watched it all the time. I wasn't that big on it. I didn't think it was that great, but he was a big fan of that. But I personally didn't like fantasy until 2010. It was thanks to one of the fans. It was a guy commenting on one of my videos saying I should read Go Trek and Felix, and I did, and I loved it, and started to give other fantasy a try. Got a whole big fantasy video coming out.
You know, I don't know if you ever saw this. I'm pretty sure you might have. And this was a fantasy movie that just fucked me up as a kid. The Never-Ending Story.
I didn't see that. I know what it's about. It's got the like flying lion guy, I think.
Yeah, Falcor.
I also think like Wizard of Oz is also, I guess you could say, fantasy, but that's really a big edge case too. But what was
I
wrong
remember
with
everyone raving about that movie when it came out.
a second?
When Wizard of Oz came out, it was a massive movie. Everyone was talking about it. And by the time I saw it as a kid, I was just kind of dumb.
Yeah, the difference between 1930 and any time is like, yeah. But even then, like, the basic story is not that amazing. I still need to watch Return to Oz, which is the hardcore 80s sequel.
I remember that movie got panned.
That's why I always kind of laugh whenever I see the thumbnails about, like, people can't come up with anything original anymore. It's like, wait a minute. The 80s had all kinds of remakes and reimaginings. So, I don't know. It's one of them things. Oh yeah, the Undead Warriors do actually have less health. I didn't really notice. Although back in the 90s, me and my grandfather called those guys witch doctors. Because we didn't have Reddit to tell us what to think. We called it whatever the
Which doctors are you referring to?
Wait a second.
Which doctors are you referring to?
Oh.
Haha, bad joke.
Da, 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 da. I caught that one.
You know, the 80s did give us a lot of good stuff, though.
Yeah, because they had the freedom to do what they wanted to do. Also, we called these are the gargoyles, but we called them fire bats. And then the golems, the little mummy-looking guys, well, we called them mummies. I actually got like a bunch of negative comments because I called them that. It's like, I've been calling them mummies for 35 years. But I keep calling that guy a witch doctor and that a fire bat.
I noticed there's no daddies.
What?
Bad joke number 2.
Ugh. Alright, we gotta find the blue key. The blue key is actually not hard to find. Like, it's just right out in the open. We just kind of gotta find where that is. And I don't remember exactly where that is. Oh, but wait, we can just look it up on the map. Oh my god.
You know what this reminds me of, by the way?
Huh.
Do you remember those Christian games like Noah's Ark 3D?
Oh yeah.
It was a Doom clone, but it was you saving like the sheep.
Yeah, I remember that. I've played like the SNES. I emulated the SNES version, but there's also a source port for that as well.
You mean you bought and paid for it with your hard-earned money?
Oh yes, 50 times, 100 times.
God, man, I miss the 80s and 90s.
Yep. Shit. Go ahead and save. Quick save is right bumper, because yes, we're playing it with a controller.
Back in my day, we used to have to make it to the Oregon Trail, and our wagons would always sink.
You get dysentery.
Yes, and robbers would always show up and steal our ox tongues.
You know, I never had that happen in Oregon Trail. I don't know which version that would be.
I love when you used to be able to read the tombstones from people that died.
Yeah,
and it would always be like some stupid name like, here lies Fart Knocker 2000.
Yep. Or ass butt, things of that nature.
Yep. Mm-hmm. The most childish names you could think of.
I mean, they were like literal children, so you can't expect much from them. I had one with a little better graphics, and that had a shooting mechanic, and yes, I enjoyed that a lot. Save again. No,
Oh, the hunting was the best part.
you never really could haul away that much meat.
Oh, dude, you would kill like 18 buffalo, but you'd only carry like you said, like 18 pounds of meat. I would carry all of it, you little bastard.
Yeah. Night Dive Oregon Trail remaster. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Yeah, the sky textures are pretty great in this. So, like, in the game, you're playing an elf. Not that you would know that, because the game doesn't tell you this. You have to have the manual, which I never had. The manual actually has a whole novella in it that explains, like, the entire story. And so, like, you play as a guy named Corvus, and he's a member of the Sid-He Elves. Yes, they're all D&D nerds. Every last one of the developers of this game was a colossal D&D nerd. And it's basically just a D&D story. You gotta fight the evil serpent rider named Disperal. And the reason why the game's called Heretic is because the leaders of the Sid-He Elves all decided to start worshiping the serpent rider, Disperal, and Corvus decided to be a bad enough dude to go against his tribal, his elven elders and, you know, fight. So that's why he's a heretic. And you wouldn't know that if you didn't read the manual, which nobody had. It's a pretty epic story. I mean, especially for 1995. It's more than just hell invaded.
Out of curiosity, and you can laugh at me for being a Gen X boomer on this, but what makes something a novella versus like a novel? Is it just a short story?
Well, to quote The Simpsons, it's not quite a short story. It's not quite a novel, but man, wait, no. But yeah, it is this weird halfway thing between an actual short story. It's a little longer than a short story, but not as long as a novel. I don't know why they have that.
Gotcha.
The only thing I can think is that maybe novellas came from a time when stories were published in magazines and it was a slightly longer thing in a magazine. I don't know. But like it's longer than a short story, but not as long as a full novel. So like it would be like maybe 80 to 90 pages long, whereas a novel's going to be anywhere from 150 to 300 pages or more.
I heard somebody use the term novella the other day, and now you said it tonight, and I'm like, okay, what's the deal?
It's a synchronous moment. And you're lucky I'm pronouncing novella right. I used to pronounce it novella. I didn't even know I was pronouncing it wrong.
Like nostalgia?
Yeah. They were deceptively undersized buffalo. Let's see. Some authors spend more time going on YouTube and posting videos. Yes, they do. A novella is defined as shorter than 50k words. A novel is 70k plus. Okay. So that makes sense. It's like...
Fair enough. That's good. That works for me.
It's like the very first Elric of Melon novel. Like the actual legit novel, not like a short story. That was only like 100 and something pages long. So this is like the first of like the hard like levels, because this is where you had to like try to figure out how to open these doors by like just running up and humping up against the wall and hope you can actually open it up. Maybe this is it. There we go. Yeah, the wall was slightly different. Bitching on YouTube makes the most boring.
One of these walls is not like the other.
Better believe it. There we go. This is like the most annoying level in the shareware version. I think every time I played this as a kid, I just no-clipped. Assuming you could no-clip in the original, which I don't remember. I know I got past this, though. I beat this more than I ever beat Doom. The first game I ever actually fully completed as a kid, though, was Duke Nukem 3D. Like, I beat that game, and I can't tell you how long it took me to beat it. That is like one of the most traumatic experiences, though, because for those of y'all who may not remember what happens at the end of Duke Nukem, when you defeat the Cycloid Emperor in Duke Nukem 3D, there's a sound of like Duke Nukem like screwing a girl. That's good, right? That's fun. However, when I did that, my grandmother was in the room. Oh dear.
Naturally.
And that was very, very, very awkward. Because, like, Duke Nukem, the line is like, now it's time for some R&R. And, like, the really highly digitized female voices, I need some R&R right now. And then they start making moaning sounds. And it's like, oh dear, my grandmother is literally right behind me. And, well, that got the parental controls turned on Duke Nukem. Thanks for that, Duke. Thanks. Thanks. But that's the first...
Real quick to address Tin Tan Man. Are you saying that West Coast Avengers was not the greatest comic of all time? Because I won't hear a word about it.
West Coast. I know that's a real thing, but this is why I'm not a comic book guy. It's like, oh yeah, it's the West Coast Avengers. It's got all the characters like Riri or Hawkeye's daughter in it. You know, the ones we all care about.
A hero in a wheelchair.
Like, ugh. You know, for me...
only recent steps.
Yep.
Or a slightly inclined hill.
Here's my question, though. If you're in the Marvel Universe, do you need a wheelchair? Why can't you just have, like, robot legs? I mean, and we know that exists, too, because in the movie Avengers Infinity War, I think it was Rhodey, he's got, like, robot legs. So why is this not more common? Why are we still rocking 80s era wheelchairs?
If Tony Stark can make a power suit out of junk, imagine what he could make when he has access to like legit tech.
Yeah, so it's like, why is there even, why even is such a thing still happen?
Look it up. Wolfenstein. What's her name?
Caroline Becker.
Carolyn. Yeah, she could walk when she got the power armor.
Yeah, this is one of those things where I guess they want it to be like the world outside your door. At least that Fantastic Boar movie did away with that, where like they had future tech thanks to the guy Pedro Pascal. John Del Rose.
If you don't know what West Coast Avengers is, I'm doing you a favor.
I know what it is, but I've never read it because I'm not a comic book guy.
Tin Tan Man was asking what it is.
Oh.
And I'm telling him, like, I'm doing you a favor if you don't know what it is. You're blissfully unaware.
It's basically all the characters that they weren't a has-been, they never was. Like Hercules. Hercules is like the cheaper equivalent to Thor.
And don't forget they're hyper progressive woke.
So yeah, it's kind of funny. Okay, so I knew I was gonna get lost on here. So what you need to do is you gotta bring this thing down, and half the time I can never remember how to do that. Oh yeah, the fourth age guy. I know who that is because I've seen some of his videos. He's one of those people that's a little he's got like a screw loose though. And it's one of those people that is like, I am very smart. Because he did some video where he was talking about how like AI is gonna make all the stupid people not have jobs. So him? And
yeah, way to go, idiot. AI can write better movies and books than you guys can, and they don't need paid or sleep or food.
I think like in Marvel, maybe it just seems like in Marvel they would get robot legs cheap enough. Because they've got, like, you know, clean energy with the arc reactor, so it's like... And they also have automated manufacturing. I mean, they were able to make a Iron Man suit in, like, 16 hours back in 2008. So you can't tell me you can't make just a cheap-ass pair of robot legs for the same price of, like, a wheelchair. Okay, so I know... This is one of those things where... The game is still... They need to give you, like, a better hint for this. There's a door we have to...
The thing is?
Wait, say again?
You know what the thing is about the robot legs, though, and why they won't do it despite being in a wheelchair? Because you know there's going to be those people that say that their handicap is what makes them visible. So therefore, if they had robot legs, they would just be another able-bodied person, and other handicaps won't be able to see themselves. And I'm like, that's such a stupid argument.
I mean, I'm not surprised because
handicapped people don't wish they could walk.
Yeah, I think about my poor grandmother after she got in that wreck. She's not able to really get around that easily, you know, without a scooter. So that's the thing.
Tintin, man, you want a propeller?
Okay,
go
fuck
to
it.
Taco Bell, eat a quesadilla, drink some Baja Blast, and you will rocket yourself home. Uh-oh, I see console commands.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to bring down that wall, and it's really easy too. Every time I finally give up a no clip, I always end up finding that stupid switch, but, you know, fuck it. It's like, fuck the game.
I didn't see anything. Did you see anything, chat? I didn't see anything.
Because what you gotta
I
do...
saw him solve it legitimately.
I can never remember how to do that, though. I can never remember. Every time I play the... And I've played this for, like, the last 30 years. But it was hard back in the day, too. Yep, and I didn't do that. Okay, I cannot remember... Oh, wow, I'm a fucking moron.
Oh, don't beat yourself up.
Just wait till it catches up. I blame the chat. I blame you, Zoo Genesis.
God damn it, Genesis.
Yep. How could you? Okay, there we go. We're good. We're back on the path of destruction. So, like, either the scaling is a little weird on this game, or like Corvus has a big hand. Is this Dragon Claw is supposed to be on his hand? That's supposed to be on his arm. So, like, is Corvus like juicing or something? And like, he has very small testicles. Yeah, that's a pretty thick arm right there. I'm just saying. I don't think that's healthy, Corvus. You might need to. You might have a problem. At this point, he's just like injecting the steroids directly into his eye. That's why it's surprising Hulk Hogan survived so long. Because how many roids did he drop in the 80s?
All the roids.
Yeah, it's been a sad, like, 15 years since, like, 2010, because everybody that was old has already started dying off. Like, we lost, like, Rowdy Roddy Piper and Macho Man Randy Savage, and then, you know, like, other actors started going, like, we still got William Shatner. That man is, like, immortal. We sure he's not, like, secretly from Ireland? Or Scotland, I mean? How is that man still alive?
I'm so sad when Robin Williams died.
Yeah, that was like one of the first. That was over a decade ago now.
Still a gut punch, though.
Yeah.
We were just about to get Mrs. Doubtfire 2, and then he died.
Yeah, it's like most elves do not have the muscles, that's for sure. I don't know if Mrs. Doubtfire 2 would have been that successful. I mean, can you really make a Mrs. Doubtfire expanded universe? I mean, like...
Sure.
But, like, what story could you tell at that point? It's like...
Easy. The kids now have grandkids.
I guess, but, like, still, though, like... How do you get Robin Williams back in drag, and what is he gonna do while in drag? Like, what does he do? I guess the only thing is, like, one of the... Go on.
He had his show, remember, where Mrs. Doubtfire got her own TV slot?
Yeah, but, like, what is he doing, like, to advance the plot, though? Like, what is his purpose for being in the movie?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it doesn't work. Because it's like, okay, the only thing you could conceivably do is he's got to like help his son or daughter or whatever from not having a divorce. It's like, you can't go down my path or something. Maybe he like he's friends with like the characters from
John Wick.
Wait a second.
John Wick.
No. It's Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. So he has to get like the latex mask, so he can like pretend to be like his son or daughter, so they can avoid like no. Wait, I got it. I got the plot for you. Okay. Here you go. Okay. The marriage, his son is like gonna potentially get divorced, and like Robin Williams wants to help, so he impersonates his son so his son can go on a business trip to make a lot of money. But if he gets found out, he'll get a divorce or something. There you go. It's stupid, but that's about the only way I think that could work.
Or what if like one of the daughters needs to get married, and they need something from like one of the like women on her family side, but they're either like dead or missing, so he has to pretend to be them so that they can get married.
You know, that could work too. That would, I don't know how well, I don't know if we need a Mrs. Doubtfire 2 though. People would hate it. There we go.
Yeah, I agree that the first one was perfect and with a perfect ending. But it just sucks never not knowing what could have been.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. They'll
By the
probably
way,
remake it
how
one day.
how about some redneck Star Trek?
I have seen those. Those are AI like compilations where you've got like the Enterprise is like a travel trailer.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I sent you one.
no, I was just telling the audience in case they didn't know.
Oh, my bad.
There's also a Deep Space Nine one. Redneck Gul Dukat is not something I knew I needed. Yeah, Heir to the Empire is a good choice. Also, Shadows of the Empire, I would recommend that one as well.
I thought you said Starneck. That's actually really good.
Yep. Is it wrong that my first thought was like snogging instead of like redneck?
Starneck or Red Trek?
Red Trek. Communisms!
Oh, that sounds like communist. Ah, damn it! You beat me to it.
Wait, not the space commies. Not the bees. Not the bees. Alright, so once we beat this episode here, we'll go into Hexen. Because
Who or what is that Hexen?
it's German for witches.
Oh, I was just teasing.
I know, but like it's that's one of those pieces of trivia that's like, it's German for witches, and that's why it's a cool name. But in the cutscene it says like the world of Hexen, but that's not really what it's called in the giant novella. We actually learned the world is named something else, but in the PS1 cutscene they just say Hexen. Nobody cares.
Do you know how you say bra in German?
I'm sure it's like a 5 foot long word, Brigagelsat or something like that.
Stop them from flopping.
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
Haha.
Seth MacFarlane did a Star Trek called The Orville, which wasn't bad, but also was not that great either.
And it also sounds like popcorn.
Yeah, well, the name actually refers to the historical personage Orville Wright, not Orville Redenbacher. That's why it's funny.
Did you just actually me?
Yep, totally did.
You bastard.
But yeah, the Orville was a perfectly fine show, but the third season was garbage, and there was a lot of filler. So it's a show that it had potential, but was let down by the fact that, well, Seth MacFarlane. And evidently he was engaging in certain activities with a female cast member, which was also the hottest of the female cast members. It was the one that was like super strong. Evidently they were dating during the shooting process. He was certainly shooting something, but we can't say that on stream. Yeah. So what ended up happening is that character got replaced with a character that looked exactly like her, sounded exactly like her, and did the exact same thing, but just was not the same actress. One wonders why.
What? Hold on, I'm just reading something in chat.
All right. There we go.
Cyrus, you are the first person besides me that knows the band Zeromancer. 2 points to you, sir.
Like, even I didn't know that.
Oh, fantastic band from Zurich.
That's why they call themselves Zeromancer. Oh my god. I think the biggest problem with Orville was just the fact that it was just a rip-off of Star Trek, and it didn't really go far enough to be different. And like I said, the third season was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Why, you might ask? Because they spent an inordinate amount of time on the political subplot. Oh my god, the politics, man, in the third season. In short, it was very popular, very fashionable to talk about a certain subject that you may be aware of. One of the characters had a daughter that got forcibly converted into a guy and then was converted back into a girl, and it's like, oh dear. And they did that for like 5 episodes. And then they kind of... And then all over that, there was like this giant diplomatic problem where like the previously allied species became evil, and it's just blech, blech. Terrible. It's terrible. Very disappointing. I did not like it. I did not. Alright, about to get to the final boss of this episode. It does sort of the Doom thing, where like the enemy we're about to fight, these iron leashes. Okay, we're gonna get our temporary invincibility, and we're gonna use our Tome of Power to literally cheese this guy. This will just be a generic enemy from now on after this. And he do have a lot of health, that is for sure, but it's a good thing we've got our Dragon's Claw. They can shoot out little tornadoes. Yeah, I've heard of Blake 7. Just never really sat through it, though. That's a lot of, wait a second.
Do you know that tornadoes don't exist naturally?
Yeah?
Chuck Norris just touches the air and they happen.
Seems legit. Damn it. Seems legit. Okay, let me use my Ring of Invincibility. It's in the game. I can use it. And yeah, I read about
It's
that.
not a needed feature.
Use it. Me all my sweet, sweet ethereal crossbow. See, I really wanted a crossbow as a kid. And where most of those stories would go is like, I wanted a crossbow as a kid, but my parents didn't let me have one because they thought it was too dangerous. Well, maybe somebody in like California would say that, but like as a native Texan, what actually ended up happening is my grandfather got me one for Christmas of 1995, and it was a lot of fun. Funnily enough, though, the first thing that happened... Oh, crap, go! The first thing that happened is he accidentally shot out the fireplace glass. Oops.
Oops. You know, I got a crossbow too for Christmas one year, and it might have actually been 95.
Nice.
I got a BB gun and a crossbow for Christmas one year, and I was thinking, like, is my family trying to tell me something?
I really love this remastered title track for this, though. I kind of just listened to it over and over again. So, like, Hexen, when you booted up the game, it would take a while to load up, so there was, like, this skeleton that would fill in and make, like, this crackling sound. It was awesome. So this is very different from Heretic. It's actually beyond Heretic, as the Sorbaket would lead you to believe. For one, it's a class-based FPS. You can choose between the fighter, the cleric, and the mage. The mage is the best character because mages unite. The fighter has no armor on. Look at the size of his codpiece. You can tell it's the 90s. Oh, we got a cutscene here. This cutscene is actually from the PlayStation 1 version of the game. It's been remastered, and it looks really good. This is so D&D. I never was a big fan of D&D, but I like it, though. And this is such a complex story that is not in the PC version. You do not know this unless you have the manual.
You know, the warrior class looks like the singer from Gwar.
I mean, it might have been, actually inspired by that.
I can see the resemblance.
You think Hank Hill would go to that church?
Well, we saw his trepidation with the mega church.
Yeah.
I like when the regular priest gets replaced by the woman.
Yeah.
And Hank's all like, he would wrap us up in time for the football game. And of course, Bill falls in love.
I mean, why wouldn't he? Then they have it be done by the end of the episode.
And Bobby ate all the gefilte fish. And burnt the church down because his farts stunk.
Yes, that was actually pretty hilarious.
I love that episode just because of how Cawdon stood up and took the blame for it.
He wasn't all bad, but he still wasn't very good. So this is really cool. Yeah. I remember when I first discovered this cutscene on YouTube, I was like, man, I'd love to play it with this. So like, since there wasn't co-op for the game initially, what ended up happening is like all the characters were hopelessly lost. Well, since you have co-op now, it's like, canonically, it's they all three ended up defeating Korax. Necrodome. Never heard of it. But go on. Alright, so I'm such a big fan of Hexen, like even more so than like Heretic. I think Medic disappeared.
I'm here.
Oh, you were saying something, so I said go on.
Oh, I wasn't me. I was just letting you describe the game and what you were talking about.
Oh, okay. But I'm a huge fan of this game. This is a hub-based, it's kind of like an adventure game, just without all the point-and-click elements. And I put a lot of hours into this. I remember when I went to visit my uncle in Arizona. He had this game on his computer, and I played it on there. But this is a game where we also had our own nicknames for the enemies. Go, go, go! So like these guys with two heads and a mace, they're called Ettins in the game, which I think is like some from like ancient Norse or something. And yeah, they do give the cleric a shield in the remaster.
Are you using the Duke Nukem Mighty Fist?
Exactly. I mean, look at the size of those arms, man. You know, that ain't natural. But we call these
I always found it funny when you were out of bullets, Duke just would kick, and it was called the Mighty Boot.
Yep, you can actually kick both feet at the same time and run. And Cyrus, there's actually Doom mods that actually have heretic monsters in them. But we used to call these guys dummy two-heads because they don't have very good AI, although the remaster makes it a little better. So you would think this would be an RPG, but it's not. It's just a traditional kind of first-person shooter. There's mods that turn it into an RPG called Wrath of Chronos. I think it works with this remaster, but just on its own, it's just a first-person shooter with hubs and everything. And very D&D. But the first weapon you go on?
For you.
Say again?
Did you ever play Star Tropics?
No, I don't think I would have liked that game. I know what it's about. I know what it looks like, but I wouldn't have had the patience to play it as a kid.
I remember Blockbuster was always rented out of Star Tropics.
Huh.
And I finally got it one day. And I had no idea what the hell I was doing.
Yeah, that's the case with a lot of those NES games.
Great because it was always rented out.
It's probably just the same guy who ended up paying more money for the renting the game than buying it. All right, so the first weapon you get is Timon's axe, and I like that axe so much. Me and my grandfather made one out of wood, and I would have liked to have shown it in the review of this, but the axe is painted blue and green after the mana you can get in this game, and well, a green axe on a green screen, not so good. Okay, we're about to transition, oh dear. This is something the remaster adds, where you can change between the character classes in the hubs. So we're about to transition, oh dear, from roided out mage to a roided out warrior to slightly skinnier, slightly less in shape mage. Another really good quality of life QOL is it lets you know, like, whenever you actually solve part of the puzzle, it'll actually show up here. That's not in the original game, and it makes this stuff way harder. It's way harder when you first played it. And also we got objective markers, which are really, really important. See, this was an old school PC game. Back in the day, you couldn't just like jump with like the space bar. No, you had to hit the J key. I mean, it's like you're jumping, right? So why wouldn't you hit the J key? Yeah, the mage is a little more powerful. Gamefly. I remember that, but I never had any reason to use it.
Oh God, Gamefly. That takes me back.
There was another one of those like online things they used to never shut up about on like Cartoon Network and such, but I can't remember what it's called. Like you could play like arcade games on there, but you had to pay like a monthly fee.
Sega Channel?
No. It was long after that. It was an early 2000s thing.
I know. I was just making a dumb joke.
Oh.
I remember there was Game Spy.
Was it Game Spy? I thought Game Spy was just servers.
Game Spy was both servers for games and a publication.
Okay, that probably wasn't what I'm thinking of. I just remember there was a commercial they'd play like every day, multiple times per day, trying to shill Metal Slug on this like online thing. Yeah, that's one of those things. I miss the good old Wild West days. These days, everything's getting so locked down. You gotta like show your ID for everything. That's just wrong. Content locking. I knew it was gonna happen eventually, though.
You know, quick side tangent. When I went to school for computers, we had this website that was like an edutainment website where it helped you program, but you were playing a game as well.
Huh.
I think it was called Funbrain. And years later, after I graduated, like I graduated in 2000, and like 2010, I decided to see if my login still worked on there. Son of a bitch, it did.
Wow. They must not have purged the old roles, I guess.
I can just imagine now, like my school's teacher logging in like for the day's activities and seeing a decades-long graduated student completing like evolutions online.
And see, back in the day, you had to be smart to use a computer. These days, anybody could. God damn it.
20 And
Now anyone can use it. Damn phones.
I do
See
miss
that?
when computers were kind of gatekept by needing to be smart.
Yeah. You know, the one thing about that's another topic that I think is kind of interesting that kind of needs to be examined is the democratization of social media. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Anybody can use it. Anybody can upload something to the internets. But is that good for society? It doesn't really matter what's good for society because, well, society does what it does, but you get the idea. It's like, is that a hindrance or is it a help, I guess you could say?
You kind of have to weigh it. Like, on the plus side, we get so much content that we wouldn't normally get otherwise. But you also get all the baggage that comes with it.
Yeah. Because it's one of those things where I kind of like the idea that we've broken the stranglehold of the mainstream media, which is good. That is a net good. Now, they can't just make shit up anymore. But there's all this fake-ass information out there, which is bad. And actually parsing what's real and what isn't is not an easy prospect. And then you've got, you know, just all the social media shaming. It's not as bad as it was at one time. People were losing their jobs based upon nothing more than just hearsay. But at the same time, you get to know more. It's like, I guess like any kind of technology, it really just, you take the good with the bad.
Did you want to hear something insane?
Go for it.
In the far-off year of 2001, a Japanese man named Hideo Kojima created a game called Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. And the primary point of the game was AI overlords would dictate what information we, the people, get, because there is so much useless shit online from so many stupid people that they need to make sure that the important stuff gets to us and the garbage gets filtered out. This was in 2001.
I know, it's like, that's a documentary.
Right?
Wait.
Like, dude, he was so ahead of his time on that.
Yeah, I don't really use AI much or at all, just because I don't really trust it. Now, I'll use it if I want to put in, like, could Elric of Melon Bonet kill the Homelander, or unalive the Homelander? But other than that, it's like, how do you know the AI knows what it's talking about? And I always end up hearing in other videos people talking about how, like, they always like to, they asked ChatGPT, it's like, I don't know that I trust ChatGPT. I don't know that I would actually trust it.
No.
So, it's like, AI to me just is not worth, it's just not really worth it to me, because can you believe what it says? Or is it just lying?
God damn it, General.
Oh dear.
A skunk just skunked.
What?
A skunk just skunked.
Gross?
Yeah, god damn it. I'm stuck on the patio smelling it.
Oh. You sure it wasn't just somebody smoking weed?
No. Skunk smells like Popeye's Pup cereal.
You know, when I was a kid, I wasn't sheltered. I wasn't like stupid, but whenever I would smell like weed smoke, like let's say you're like in an apartment or something and you walk past a door and you can clearly smell that shit. I was like, oh, there must have been a skunk around here. I wonder how it got through the gate. I literally thought that. It's like,
hey, that car that just drove by me, there's a skunk in it.
I don't think it was that bad, but it never occurred to me that it was with Reed. OnLive. Oh, I remember OnLive. I never used it, but I was aware of it, though. I remember, classic. God damn it. Oh. Wait a minute. Thank Yizmir for that. Thank Paladine. But yeah, I remember CGR used to shill OnLive, like, a lot. I really hate the idea of OnLive, and I'm glad it died, because a cloud gaming thing. Imagine, if you will, with as bad as gaming is today, imagine, if you will, you don't own anything and you're happy because it's all streamed. Can you imagine that? How bad that would be?
Yes. Because all the good stuff would be streamed by everyone, meaning that it would lag or time you out.
There's that, and then it would be, you know, delisted. You got to get excited for next project or next product.
Mm-hmm.
There's a game I'm gonna stream in a couple weeks that's exactly like that. It's a D&D game that got delisted because it was, you know, your typical games as a service slop. You have to find it in your own way. Nudge, nudge, hint, hint. It's out there. And
Are
it's
you
like,
saying that we have to get on a boat?
yes. On a boat like Leo, right? Because that's the only way you can play it now. And it's not bad.
Our parents and eye patches involved.
Wait, say again?
Our parents and eye patches involved.
Yes.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
That's the only way you can play it now, because they delisted it, and it's not a bad game. It's not bad. But I would hate to have... Imagine, like, you can stream... here's the scary part. Here's the end game, I think. Imagine if this game had to be streamed. Okay, imagine this for a moment. But you could only stream it for 30 days, and then you had to pay the $16 again. Imagine that.
See, I would... In a dystopian time like that, I think that not only would you only have access to it for a limited time, but you would have to, rejoin a queue afterward to be able to stream it again, and that might take 6 weeks.
Yeah, and that would just be... No, people wouldn't play it. People wouldn't pay for it.
No.
I mean, it's kind of like... evidently Walmart is trying to do something really stupid, and that's not put any price tags on their clothes. So you have to use the Walmart app to check the price, and that means they can change the price whenever they want. That is probably going to go over like a Led Zeppelin, man. Because, seriously, how many... You know what I'm thinking already. Think about this. Imagine, if you will, you're just a Walmart shopper, your typical Walmart shopper, you know, kind of functionally illiterate, and there's no price tag on your clothes. You're gonna go yell at the poor Walmart person. It's like, where's the price tag? So you're trying to cheat me?
If I go to Walmart,
hey,
I don't want to pull up an app to know if this is going to be expensive. Just put the price on it.
Well, here's the thing, though. What I'm thinking is, okay, let's say you are somebody who is rather fire a bit, mostly peaceful, and they change the price immediately. What's going to stop that person from saying the Resuscitism or something like that? What's going to stop them from saying that? Like, you changed it because
I've seen that happen.
So it's gonna be bad, and the thing is, like, how do you know why they changed it? You know, damn it. How do you know? And the answer is you don't. And so that's not gonna work. And I get why the corporations want to. I get why the corpos want to do it, because it's like, oh, you can change it from, say, let's say you got a $20 pair of pants. There we go. That's more reasonable. $20 pair of pants. What if you changed? Let's say you pick up this $20 pair of pants, and as you're walking through the store, that price goes up to $22. Are you gonna put them back for a measly $2? I know I would, but how many people won't?
No, I wouldn't. I would just eat the cost.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay it, because it's like, fuck this store, you know. That price better stay the same the entire time I'm wandering around here. But that's the thing, though. Most people would just kind of like eat the price. It's only $2, and that's $2 profit right there. And that's coming, and I don't think it's gonna stay, though. There's also the rumblings of, like, the AI pricing, you know, where they'll scan your face and see if you're rich or poor or what have you. It's like, that's not gonna last. That's one of those things that is a lawsuit waiting to happen, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad cloud gaming died.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Speaking of Walmart.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Did you hear that Walmart now sells motorcycles?
That's kind of neat.
You can't walk into a brick and mortar store and walk out with a motorcycle. But you can go online and buy one and have it shipped to your Walmart.
My thing was going to be funnier. It's like, you can't walk out with it, but you can drive out with it.
It's Chinese.
You know, some of those Chicom bikes aren't that terrible, but yeah, I don't know if I'd want to deal with one of those.
Well, see, the thing about the Chinese is copyright to them is a suggestion.
Yeah. And not even a good suggestion. But I think I'd rather have like a legit Kawasaki motorcycle versus, you know, a Kawasaki motorcycle.
I always loved me some Kawasaki.
It's like Cowabunga, right?
Give me a Kawasaki Ninja in that lime green any day.
Mm-hmm.
And no, sorry, I did not play it, but I am familiar with it.
Now that's a remaster I hope comes out at some point. It's a couple quality of life upgrades for DSX-1. Just a couple. God damn it.
I know his name's Adam Jensen. I know that much.
No, you're thinking of Deus Ex Human Revolution. It's J.C. Denton for the first game.
Oh, I'm stupid.
I mean, you got one of the games right. See, now you're gonna get burnt at the stake. Okay, let's say...
Wouldn't be the first time.
But yeah, when they first started importing Kawasaki motorcycles into America, there was like a local celebrity who like could not pronounce Kawasaki. Like, could not do it. I mean, like, we're used to that today, but back in 1972, like, pronouncing a Japanese name was just completely beyond most people.
Hey, what's Seiki?
Yeah, you pronounce it Kwagasaki. It's like, where you got the G, I don't know. But the Q, rather. I know letters. I think my AI just broke. But I've thought about getting a motorcycle myself, but this is not the city to ride on a motorcycle. Like, once again, you're taking your life in your own hands. Because every driver is an idiot. And when it rains, they're even stupider. So, it's just not worth it.
I have 2 sports bikes sitting in my garage collecting dust that I can never ride again.
Oh. Well, what are they?
Back when I got... What's that?
What are they?
Suzuki GSXR and a Yamaha R1.
Not bad.
When I got that autoimmune disease, when I came out of the coma, I lost all my feeling in my left toe, in my left toes, so I can't feel to catch the clutch anymore. And it's just not safe for me to ride it.
No.
So that ended my riding days.
No. But see, that's one of those things I might, if you ever feel like selling, I might take one of those off your hands. Not anytime soon though, just because I ain't gonna ride it. But I'd hate to let it go to waste.
Believe me, if I could, I'd probably just give you the one because you're brother Lotz to me.
No, well, thank you. I wouldn't want to take it. That's one of those things. Like in Texas, we're like, oh, you can't just give me something. What are you, a communist?
Right.
But
not without the state getting a little taste.
But I haven't ridden on a motorcycle in a long time just because there's not that many places to do it. I actually thought about buying me a little dirt bike, but like, let's see, I can drive it down the street and get run over by an idiot on their phone, or I can ride it around the neighborhood, which is boring as fuck. I did that all the time when I was a
I
kid.
could go for a mini bike right about now.
Yeah, they're fun if you got a place to ride around with them, but yeah. See, I was the kid everybody hated because for Christmas of the year 2000, my grandfather bought me the greatest Christmas present ever. It's like the pantheon of like Christmas presents. He got me a brand new, out of the box, but not out of the box, but like brand new Honda Elite 50cc motor scooter. To date, that is the greatest present ever, with my Optimus Prime being the second greatest. My new in box with the Toys R Us sticker, Optimus Prime being like the second. It's a close second, but like that motorcycle, you know. St. Nicholas.
That is a hell of a gift.
Yeah. So all the
I
kids
could totally see you with like a puckle helmet on.
I think I had that. I don't know. I had to try to find that picture, but and then awesomely enough, about 6 months later, Gramps got him a used 90s, exact same model, but just a 90s one, and we rode around for years on that thing around here, and it was great. It was a lot of fun, him and I.
Two wild hogs living it up.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was a lot of fun doing that because that was all. Now I'm starting to feel old. Back in the ye olde days, there was plenty of places to ride around here. Unfortunately, all the trees and woods. Well, one's a grocery store, another's a strip shopping center, another's a housing addition. It's like, ugh. You blew it up. Damn you all to hell.
You maniacs.
But yeah, riding around on those little motor scooters were great.
Sadly, I must call it a night. Work is calling.
Ugh, more drunks.
On a Saturday in the summer, of course.
Ugh. You know, just you might need to wear a mask to filter out all the weed smoke.
Yeah, and the skunk.
Well,
but
at least
I will.
Going on.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, at least the skunk got you ready.
Right. At least I got that unpleasantness out of the way. But a good night to everybody in the chats. I appreciate you all. General, always a good time, and I will see you next week. And for the love of God, don't blow up steel mills.
Yeah, we'll try to avoid that. All right. Let's see. All right, so Chihiko wants to join. See ya. Alright. We'll hang up on old Triple X and we'll bring in Dark Chihiko for the first time in months. We all got busyness going on these days, that's for sure. Okay, let's make sure. Okay, good, we got you. Alright, we got Dark Chihiko in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everybody. Dark Chihiko here.
Alright, we'll put your audio a little louder. Okay.
I have you at like max volume right now.
Oh. Okay, let's bring you up just a little bit. There we go. It's like I know what I'm doing or something.
Yeah, I definitely don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Now, have you played Hexen and Heretic before?
I've played a little bit of both. I got them many years ago on a Steam summer sale.
Yeah, I've been playing these for the last 30 years. We got looking at the Night Dive remaster. If you're ever gonna play it, I really recommend this version, though.
I'll definitely go for it.
I think it's like 16 bucks. It's actually remarkably cheap compared to most of those Night Dive games. Because usually they want like 30 bucks, whereas this is like $16 for 2 games.
That's not bad.
I was surprised. Because people have been really kind of pissed off at Night Dive charging a lot of monies. For me, I don't feel too bad about that, because I'm thinking like, well, how many people are going to buy these games anyway? And so they can't really charge. They do kind of need to charge a bit of money just because They got to recoup the development costs somehow.
Oh yeah. I mean, personally, I've been doing a bunch of mods as of late. I mean, like that. I haven't figured out how to install it yet, but I'm trying to get that Republic Commando RTX mod working.
No, I haven't messed with any of that. I've seen that though.
Otherwise, I'm. Is it Movie Tools? Something like that. The Jedi Academy I've been messing around with right now, at least.
There are a lot of mods for that you would think I would have played some, but I just never got around to it. For me, it's like I played Jedi Academy and I'm like, I'm good. I got a million games I can play, so it's like, eh. And Hexen for N64 is not bad. Oh, god damn it, really? I'm gonna blame you, Agnostic, because I got killed by the door. The door literally crushed me to death.
Oof.
It's like, I guess they don't have the safety stuff installed, do they?
Does not seem like it. Then I've been doing a lot of original Xbox and PlayStation emulation.
Yeah, it's come a long way over the last couple of years. I mean, I've tried to do some like PlayStation emulation, but there's just not any games on there that really like interest me. Like, you got like the Resistance games, you got like Killzone 2 and then 3. But other than that, it's just kind of like meh.
I was there's the Infamous 1 and 2 are definitely games that I've been able to play again finally.
Oh, those are working. Okay. And even then, like, really, fucking Centaur bastard. Even then, it's like, I don't know. It just doesn't look like it's that great.
They're pretty fun. I mean, the graphical glitches are kind of funny though.
No. Hopefully that'll get like a PC port one day, and you don't have to like mess with that.
Yeah, I got my PS5 controller attached.
Nice. I'm still using a Chinese knockoff of an Xbox One controller.
That works.
And Agnostic, I don't know if that's emulatable yet, but you can just get the PC version. It should be easy enough to run. Yeah, Singularity has a PC version.
Oh, okay.
It's not the best PC port, but I mean, it works. I'm gonna stream that next month.
I have like 15 YouTube videos that I have yet to upload.
Yeah, I know that feeling. But it's good to have a good stock of them. Cherry rock candy. To the Matrix. There was a guy who looked like from the Matrix. Oh, I know who you're talking about. That's the blind guy. This was created by Raven Software. They were using the original Doom engine though, with a few enhancements.
This is Dark Jedi Knight review. Oh, he's talking about Jarek.
Yeah, the blind guy. I can't remember his name. I haven't thought about him in years.
His species is naturally blind.
Yeah, the Miralukas. They see through the Force, man.
I've been learning about the Great Hyperspace War as of late.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool era. I mean, there's so many eras in the EU, and it all feels very real. And yeah, this is a medieval fan. Wait, say again?
I said it's a shame it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, this is medieval fantasy. This was a game series created. God damn it! Oh no. Oh wait, no, that's the one. I thought I'd saved when I died, because. There we go. I live again.
Your stream audio is a bit behind from your normal audio.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Shit.
But yeah, this is a D&D inspired game. Like, there's actually an intro cutscene that this remaster adds in from the PlayStation 1 version. Like, we're on the world of Hexen. The world's name is actually different in the manual, but whatever, no one cares. So the base synopsis for Hexen here is It's set in a world that is controlled by 3 evil despots, a warrior, a mage, and a cleric. They basically sell their souls to the space devil, and you've got to fight him. You're one of 3 heroes that just so happen to look like the 3 despots, right? And so what you got to do is just take him down. You got to fight Korax, who's like a Cthulhu monster. It's some pretty good stuff. It's very much D&D. Very much a D&D inspired thing. The instruction manual is actually like a novella, like a legitimate D&D novella.
I got a coworker who wants to play D&D. Like, I don't know when I'd have the time.
Yeah, those games take a long time, and I'm not going to say don't do it, but I'm also going to say I've never had a good D&D experience. They've all been so boring.
I got a couple friends who are into it. I mean, both have groups that they play with, but not saying I'm not interested. I mean, it seems like something I would be interested in because I'm a giant nerd. But, yeah.
I think it just kind of depends on what kind of nerd you are.
Yeah, I've always been a sci-fi nerd, but I can appreciate fantasy.
There are sci-fi, it's a tabletop RPG, so it's like, there are sci-fi campaigns, but like, I just could never do it.
That's fair.
I remember the one time I tried to play it, it spent like 3 hours, and I think we cut up like a cow and took it back to town for gold, and that was it.
Ah, such an adventure.
I know, right? I mean, like, you could write 5 novels based on that.
Come on.
It was a real guy. I know who you're talking about. That guy. That is an old friend of mine who I haven't spoken to in 11 years. Who I used to do videos with. I think he still has a YouTube channel. But yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about, but I'm not going to name names.
Yeah, I'm not either. I think he still has a YouTube channel, but I don't know if he uploads anything though.
He hasn't for 2 years.
Okay. So I guess he retired. Let's see. D&D set, but no one's interested in playing. The thing about D&D is people... Is this where we're supposed to go? No, we're not. This is where it gets a little annoying. The first ever live stream I did back in 2013, I played this game, and I was able to get through all of the 7 portals with hardly any difficulty at all. I have no idea how I managed to do that, but I did. Lord of the Rings. You know, funny enough, I never got into Lord of the Rings. It just never really did it for me. I'm a big fan of, like, the D&D literature, like Dragonlance. I really like Dragonlance. Elric of Melon-Bonnet, which is sort of like the precursor to all kinds of fantasy. I finished the title art for that. Or not the title art, but the thumbnail. The guy who wrote...
yeah.
I'm not making this up. This is totally his name. His name... The guy who wrote Elric of Melon-Bonnet is literally named Michael Moorcock. That is his actual name. I feel bad for this guy. And so on my thumbnail, I have the cover of the first Elric book, and it literally just has emblazoned on it huge Moorcock. So I'm hoping that'll get like some eyes on it. It's like, Moorcock, what could this be?
It's a spicy D&D campaign.
I mean, Elric is kind of a weird guy because he wants to marry his cousin. So,
oh my.
I mean, I guess that's just what you did back in the Middle Ages. You married your cousin because they're so attractive.
I fancy my cousin. Well, okay. Huh? No, I was finishing that joke.
Fantasy Alabama. Well, the main villain of Elric for the first couple novels is a guy named I think Yakun is his name, and he wants to marry his own sister, so make of that what you will. Okay, I'm trying to find the last key. The key of steel got all that stuff, but I haven't solved that last third of the puzzle because this game is rough. Even with the objective markers, it's still a little difficult, but I love it. I love it a lot. Now, Chihiko, did you ever... Wait a second.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, did you ever like Harry Potter?
I mean, for a time I enjoyed it. I even got, when we went to Disney last, I bought a wand. I was like, oh yeah, why not? Just wave it around and look kind of goofy at the time, for me
Yeah.
at least. But it was alright for the time.
But did you ever read any of the books?
I mean, I read the first 4, and then I just lost interest in it.
Funny enough, that's the exact same story for me. Back in the 90s, like 2 family members gave me Harry Potter books. The first book. So I got 2 copies of like Harry Potter and Robert Stone just chilling in one of my boxes.
Oh shit.
You know, like the Harry Potter movies, I guess are supposed to be alright, but I don't know. It's just, we're gonna no clip because I can't find that last switch.
Yeah, they can be pretty decent.
I know the females love the Harry Potter for some reason. I guess
my
because he's
coworkers do.
non-threatening. Oh, come on, just go down, you goddamn elevator. The fantasy elevator does not work. There we go. No. Ugh. See, this is one of those games where you need to find that last switch. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to no-clip right through the wall until we get to that Damn you, John Leguizamo. Nobody likes you.
Who?
He played Violator in the Spawn movie.
Oh, is that the fat guy?
Yeah. He's not actually fat in real life, though. He also played Luigi Mario as well.
Oh, fun.
It's Mario. Last name Mario. It's Luigi Mario. Wait, what? I'm confused. Okay, did that open that door? No, it didn't. Damn it. I heard an elevator go down, but I don't know where. Alright, we're about to just no-clip all our way through here. I swear I did this once before. Now don't tell me I missed that. Nope, there it is. Did I miss that? Yes, I did. Wow, I'm an idiot. I didn't even have to no-clip. I'll admit, one of my guilty pleasures is the Spawn movie.
That's not one I've seen.
It's very 90s. Like, it's one of the... I don't know if you remember... Like, do you remember, like, the 90s? Like, there'd be a lot of really serious things, and then it'd also have a lot of goofiness kind of wrapped up in it for no perceivable reason.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's like, you've got Spawn,
I know
where it's a
of
really
those
tragic...
movies.
Wait, go on.
Oh, I was gonna say I know a bunch of those movies you're talking about.
It's like you got Spawn, and it's like a really tragic tale of like this guy. He dies, but he wants to see his wife one more time, so he sells his soul to the devil. And then you got Violator just literally shit. This is a scene in the movie. He literally shits his pants and like hits Spawn with like the underwear or something. It was some weird thing like that. You've got this super serious movie with like a really adult plot, and then that. It's like, who thought that was a good idea? Who wrote that?
12-year-old at the time, probably.
I guess, but it's like, yeah, this ex-assassin, you know, sells his soul to the devil. And also, then the character Violator transforms into like this giant monster, and it's a big CG fight.
Skid marks.
Yeah, it's a scene.
Oh. What kind of videos do I make? Kind of just depends. I usually do unboxings or gameplay. Or technically mod showcases, which is just me playing the game. Which I haven't uploaded in 6 months, so.
I really love these cutscenes. This looks really good.
Oh boy. It does look good though.
It originally were the only found on the PlayStation 1 version, and now we finally got on the PC. Finally, after all these years. This game turns 30 this year, October 30th. It's just kind of scary when you think about it. It's like, where does the time go? I think we're gonna find the lightning attack here pretty quick. But at least we made it through the 7 portals, and there's still about 15 minutes left before I gotta call it a day. Okay, let's go ahead and transition, oh dear, into the cleric. You get the mace, get a shield. The shield is only seen in this remaster here. Save real quick and heal. And Cyrus, I've not played Strife. I mean, I've gone into the game and like wandered around, but I never actually sat down to play it.
His name sounds familiar, but I don't know why.
Which name?
The Cyrus.
I think he's shown up a lot. He's shown up a lot recently on the streams. I think he was a commenter as well.
That could be.
Oh, god damn it! Quick load. Quick load.
Was it a sacred cow?
Now imagine you're trying to jump across these platforms with the J key.
Yes. You gotta reach all over to the J. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
And no WSAD yet. That hadn't been invented yet. So you're using arrow keys and the J key. And that's how we liked it back in those days. Yeah, reality is turning into South Park. Okay, give me the fucking eye staff. Or maybe not. I am playing this just with a controller, which makes it a little easier. I just never really liked the cleric, just because he just doesn't feel like he's that powerful compared to the other ones. You know, like the mage can't take damage, but... Actually, we'll play the fighter for right now. Mage can't take that much damage, but he has all the ranged attacks. The fighter can take a lot of damage, so...
You can actually switch.
Oh yeah, you were Techstorm.
Characters
Okay.
like that.
Wait, second.
You can change characters just like that.
Yeah, this is remaster specific. You couldn't do it before.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, when you chose a class, you were that the entire game. Whereas now you just go to the little book, and you can transition between different characters.
Fascinating.
I have not played Cultic, although I am aware of it. I think it's like the Czech equivalent to Heretic or Hexen, rather. Yes, I think it was made by a Czech studio. And you can still use the axe even after you run out of mana, but it's not quite as powerful. That's pretty much the... You can also, as the fighter, you can use the axe without mana and the hammer without mana.
Excuse me.
You are excused for now, or you might have to watch 1 minute of a Michael Moore documentary.
And yeah, no, kill me.
Stabby stabby time. Or slashy slashy. But That's the problem. When people change their screen names, it's like, oh, I have no idea who this person is. Like, oh, wait, I've talked to you for the last 30 years. Oops.
Let's see, I started talking to you in like 2018, I think it was. So it's
Almost
been,
10 years ago.
8 years.
The scary part is I'm going to have graduated high school 20 years ago, 3 years from now. So.
Oh, damn. Next year, for me, it's 10 years.
That's always such a weird thing. I was talking about that earlier in the stream. It's like people always go nuts about like their schooling. And then, you know, as you get older, it's completely worthless. It doesn't really mean much. So it's like, yeah, I blocked that pass in the football game. And then like 20 years, or no, like 2 years later, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, pretty much.
It does make me wonder, though, like, what ended up happening to the various people that I knew back in, like, the old teenage days. I imagine they're all, like, married, have, like, multiple kids and such.
Yeah, probably.
At least I hope so. I'd hate for them to have had, like, a bad end.
Yeah.
It's always weird to think they're all in their late 30s now. Smashy, smashy. I always liked the hammer, but I never had a wooden version of this just because it's kind of complex. Also, I love the evil face on the hammer. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, that's a little detail from this game that I love. Started watching around 2013. Man, that's a long time ago.
When did you first start uploading anyway?
Hey, say again?
When did you first start uploading anyway?
2009. January of 2009. Although I had a different YouTube channel in 2008, but I abandoned it for a new one.
Oh, is it still around?
No, I think I took it down. All it had was some like the music videos that were popular at the time. Like I had a Star Wars one with all the clone troopers that existed at the time, set to like what's the name of that band? That British band, Iron Maiden. That's the one. Set to like Iron Maiden, the Trooper. I was actually pretty proud of that one. Because like I had it where like when Padme's like, look, and then it like immediately cuts to the Trooper. So yeah, I was pretty proud of that.
That sounds pretty cool.
And then I had a Star Trek one, and these are before the days of like you know, media preservation, you know, with the high seas and such. I actually had the DVDs for all this footage, and I used DVD shrink to rip the data to my computer. But yeah, it was 2009. But the first videos I uploaded on that on this channel were DS tutorials. That's how I started the whole thing.
I started watching you in in Alien vs. Predator stuff.
Yeah, so it'd be nice if there was more AVP stuff, because people always know me for that, but like there's not that many games. So once I ran out of that, it's like I was kind of screwed. Like even my re-releases of like old AVP stuff, like AVP 2 and Predator Concrete Jungle, it's like, well, that got a shitload of views. Too bad that's the only. Too bad there's like one Predator game that's really good. So yeah. So I tried to branch off to like good software stuff. Wait a second.
I was gonna say, what about Alien Extinction? Is you can emulate that now.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a redo of that next year, because once again, once I've done that, it's like, then what, you know? It's like that'll get like a bazillion views, because the original version I did back in 2012, oh my god, got like a bazillion views, but like that's the only one of those that exists.
I could use a bazillion views.
Yeah. Well, one thing that might get some views is not even a game that I really care that much about. They did a VR first-person shooter set in the new Aliens universe. And they're DVRing it. Okay, before we get into that though, in the original game, that suit of armor was right in front of that button. You have no idea how annoying that was, because you couldn't see the button, and you just do laps until you might have finally seen it out of the corner of your eye or something. But yeah, that AVP, or no, it's just Aliens. This Aliens first-person shooter that's coming out at the end of next month is a VR game that's getting de-VR'd.
EVR'd?
Yeah, they're turning it into just regular 2D.
Oh.
And so, right now, if you want to play the VR version, it exists. It doesn't have very high reviews, though. Gonna get curvature of the spine. And the reason why I don't like Force Unleashed is I don't like the massive number of retcons in it. I just can't stand them. I mean, with how good the continuity was, it's like Star Killer, fuck that guy. So
I can enjoy it because I can throw a stormtrooper like a mile away.
And like I get it, like that is cool, but like I just can't, I can't take it because it's like you can retcon that much. What did it for me, and I always say this, is when he pulls down the Star Destroyer, I'm like, he can't do that. If he can, that means Darth Vader should be able to, and that means that you had this massive continuity snarl here where, like, if Star Killer is more powerful than Vader, which he should not be, why doesn't Vader just stop the Millennium Falcon? Why doesn't he just... The Millennium Falcon doesn't weigh nearly as much as the Star Destroyer, so why doesn't he just, you know, like, grab it? Just grab it! Use all the crystal flasks.
As Yoda would say, size matters not.
Yeah.
I know that's a stupid reason.
It's... The real reason is retcon. That's the real reason. It's just like, I get it was supposed to be cool, but I liked it when everything kind of fit within each other. Oh my. That wasn't suggestive. And T2D...
I mean, with Star Wars it can.
A second?
With Star Wars it can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Star Killer is a Mary Sue. A colossal Mary Sue. And then, like, at the end of, like, Force Unleashed 2, they somehow arrest Darth Vader in, like, the good ending. I'm like, I don't think you can just, like, slap handcuffs on Darth Vader. It's like, you got the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. It's like, I don't think you can read Darth Vader his Miranda rights. Come on, man.
You got Darth Vader on cops.
Yeah, it's like, I swear that's not my Sith drugs. That actually is a retcon.
That's not my holocron.
They actually did that retcon, believe it or not, where like Palps in the EU did get Darth Vader addicted to space crack.
Really? Where?
It's in the Essential Guide to Equipment, I think. They talk about Darth Vader's suit, and it says that Palpatine got him addicted to some kind of drug that the suit gives him. He doesn't actually really need to stay alive, but he's addicted to that, so he has greater control for Darth Vader. I thought that was kind of neat.
Huh.
I mean, it'd keep him from going rogue, so... But yes, Darth Vader is addicted to space crack. Gotta have his fix, man.
Well, I mean, he got his dick burned off, so how else is he gonna keep him around?
Exactly. Poor... Well, actually, no, Padme's dead, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, she ain't missing me. I will admit, I've kind of come around on Natalie Portman. I think she's a little too skinny for my taste, but I can see why people would find her hot. I think she was at her hottest in episode 2, specifically in the arena battle garb. But I still don't like her as much as Princess Leia, though. I still feel like she's just a little dull compared to that. But I actually think Natalie Portman's a little hotter than Carrie Fisher. Not by much, but just a little more.
Carrie Fisher in that Slave Leia outfit.
There is that, yes. There is that, which they could never show again in Disney. I wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that scene. It's like, your feelings for the girl are not real. It's like, you know what, Vader? Look, I get it. You joined the Red Pills, that's fine, but I don't know. I think Starkiller Jr. would probably like to get a little fun times. Not everybody wants to be addicted to space crack, okay? Not everybody. All right, lads and lasses, we've come to 2 hours. We had Triple X, and we got Darth Chihiko again, finally. Yeah, everybody's got to be adulting these days. Ugh. All right, until next time, I have been General Lotz. Yeah, you just gotta say goodbye. Wish you good, Hexen, or whatever makes you happy.